Yesterday I showed you how I paint petals. Today let's talk about adding details to your flower petals because watercolor is all about layering. So one of the simplest ways to add a little bit of depth to your petals is while they're still wet, drop a dab of darker pigment into the center of each petal. Another method is to wait until your paint is dry, grab some darker pigment on an almost dry brush, and drag these lines out, staying towards the center and the edges of each petal. It's really important that your brush isn't too wet when you do this, and you want to use the tip of your brush. Generally, the center and the sides of petals have the most shading and shadows on them in nature. So a good general rule of thumb is to just stick to adding your darker values to the very center of the flower and the edges, especially if you're painting loosely and not based off of a reference photo. You can leave it like that, or you can soften those lines depending on the look you're going for. To soften them, you want to clean your brush and then dry it off so that it's just barely damp and rub it over the lines you just painted. Now, as you do this, your brush is going to pick up paint. So you have to very frequently rinse your brush, dry your brush, and repeat, or it will just spread dark blobs of paint everywhere. So now you can see how those lines still show, but they're much softer on the edges. And those are a couple of ways that I like to add details to my petals. I hope this helps you as you are painting yours.